On February 19th, 2020, this would become Pop Smoke's last day. From his music career starting to take off to making a very bad decision on social media, here's what Pop Smoke did on his last day. Now, Pop Smoke's day started at roughly 3 p.m. Rapper Pop Smoke, alongside his best friend Mike D and a lady named Amelia Rose, rented out an Airbnb for the night and spent the day at the local mall in Los Angeles, California. According to Pop Smoke's Instagram, the three rented a Range Rover for the day and went on their way. From getting a haircut to shopping at the Amiri store, they headed up to the Airbnb for the night. With having designer goods shipped to their house from the store, Pop Smoke shared the designer goods on his Instagram story without realizing he just shared his official Airbnb address to the entire world. While relaxing all night at the Airbnb, Amelia Rose stated that Mike D was acting strange the entire day, almost like he knew what was about to happen at 4 a.m. Now, video surveillance at 4 a.m. caught 4 individuals breaching Pop Smoke's Airbnb through the second floor balcony in the master bedroom. The 4 men, who were wearing all black outfits with ski masks and gloves, opened up the master bedroom door through the balcony. They started tiptoeing throughout the house, trying to be as silent as they could. One of the men, who was below the age of 18, he noticed the shower was on, signaling his other 3 friends to come into the bathroom with him, where they then found Pop Smoke taking a shower and listening to music. According to the report, it stated that the underage individual admitted they knocked on the shower door. Pop Smoke then opened it and they pointed a firearm at him, demanding that he handed over his jewelry while he was in the shower. The jewelry they're referring to is a diamond-studded Rolex as well as a Cuban link chain. Now, Pop Smoke initially was doing what they asked. He slowly started taking off his Cuban link chain. One of the intruders demanded that he hurried up while pointing a firearm at him. While he started handing over the Cuban link, he started then defending himself with it instead, which ended up causing a massive brawl going on in the bathroom, which then even led to Pop Smoke throwing one of the individuals into the hallway. Now, with a brawl happening in the hallway and bathroom, the lady who was staying with Pop Smoke, named Amelia Rose, then poked her head out of her bedroom. She wanted to see what was going on. She even starts tiptoeing to the bathroom as she was worried for Pop Smoke. That's when one of the 4 men noticed her, pointed a firearm at her, told her to be quiet, and close her eyes. She obviously listened to what they were saying for her own safety, and she ended up sprinting back to her bedroom. She mentions that she saw 2 of the men kicking Pop Smoke while he fell to the ground. While grabbing his chains and watch off of his wrist, they then checked the master bedroom for more items, before eventually making a run for it out of the house. Now, law enforcement were able to arrest these 4 individuals. The man, who remains nameless due to his age, actually admitted to doing the act towards Pop Smoke during a recorded interview he had with a cellmate at a juvenile detention center. He admitted that he is the only one who used a firearm on that night, which makes the case very easy now for sentencing. Now, with that information being released, Amelia Rose, the lady who was staying in the house on that night, finally spoke out about what happened, sharing important details that law enforcement didn't even know. Now, she writes on Instagram saying, and I quote, "Mike, you are so fake. I'm sure you are involved in what happened. Your reaction and everything you did that night was so weird. When we were on our way home, you were so nervous. You were texting someone the entire time. When we got home, you were talking to someone on the phone. Maybe you will tell everyone the truth. Who is the woman who did the setup? Who are the people involved in his passing? You know everything. I saw everything. When Pop was talking to someone on the phone, you went to look out the window. I remember how you looked out that window and wrote to someone. It is from this window that you can see the stairs along which they climbed to the 2nd floor. The 2 rooms overlooked this balcony. I wonder how they knew which room to go to. I'm sure, Mike, that it was you who gave them the information. How did they know that we have no items and security? You saw them and you did nothing. You had a chance to save us, but you did nothing. All these 2 years, I wanted to tell you that I hate you. You ruined my life with these people. A few moments before his passing, you went outside and turned on the alarm. Maybe that's how you gave them a signal. Prison is waiting for you, and it's inevitable. Detectives are sure that someone from the house was in control of the whole situation. Tell everyone the truth and that it was an inside job. Amelia Rose, alongside Pop Smoke's own actual brother, believe that Mike D had a very large involvement in his passing. Amelia also mentions that prison is awaiting Mike one of these days. Luckily, the 4 men who did breach the Airbnb were all arrested, as well as the one man who literally admitted to doing it in a recorded interview with his cellmate, or who he thought was his cellmate. With that individual, who remains nameless due to his age, being caught and admitting to it, he ended up sharing the entire incident in the courtroom. He shared what they did with the items that they stole from Pop Smoke, and it was devastating to hear. Now, the diamond-studded Rolex they stole from Pop Smoke, they ended up selling it on the streets for a couple of $1,000s. Now, this means that Pop Smoke ended up getting taken away from us for a couple grand, which is just absolutely devastating to hear. Now, here's why people believe this was a setup. Now, during the entire brawl going on in the shower and hallway, these 4 men who just breached an Airbnb and went directly for Pop Smoke did nothing to Mike D or the female that literally saw these 4 men going at Pop Smoke. Now, where was Mike during this entire situation? The rumor is, even with Amelia backing this up as well, that Mike D knew these 4 men were coming. As Amelia said, Mike even set up an alarm near the back of the house. Could this have been a signal? We don't know yet, but people believe that Mike knew. He gave the information about Pop being in the shower. He knew exactly when these men should breach the Airbnb, because how is Pop even supposed to defend himself while in the shower? And if it was so easy for them to take Pop Smoke's life, wouldn't they also take witnesses at the same time? Now, thankfully they didn't, but it's definitely strange how Pop Smoke was the only target in this entire Airbnb when Mike was there and a woman who literally saw them do it. Not to mention, when sitting inside of a house and a fire alarm goes off, you can hear that obviously. But how about a firearm? You will obviously hear a firearm being used inside of a house. So this didn't alert Mike D to go check out on Pop Smoke at all during this entire incident. You can hear a firearm being used probably from all the way down the street. Now again, this is just a conspiracy theory. Nothing has been proven to be true, but it's definitely strange when you start to put together the pieces. But I'm ending the video here. If you enjoyed, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. It's been District Trending and I'm out. Peace.